If you ever wondered how things go on slow news days for Xbox and just how out there some places look for negativity and things like that, look no further than something like this story. And a day like today, it's really quite shocking to see how people look at Xbox and how they look for any type of negativity to talk about. So, very interesting to say the least. Like, I'm looking at this going, how is this even news? But at the end of the day, I guess everything's news when it makes Xbox, I guess, look bad. To me, it doesn't make them look bad at all, because I'm very curious to see how other outlets handle this kind of thing at the end of the day, because I guess they're all different. But this was kind of funny, so I thought I would do a video on it. Microsoft employees aren't happy that they're losing free Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Xbox employees will still get Game Pass, but the vast majority of Microsoft employees will now have to pay for it. Oh no, paying for your own things. Now listen, I'm just going to be honest here, right? I can't really think of many jobs that give you free things, so to speak. Like, I don't think any that I ever had in my life anyway. But Microsoft is removing the free Xbox Game Pass Ultimate benefit from most of its 238,000 employees, and some aren't happy about it. Sources familiar with Microsoft plans tell The Verge that the company started informing employees this week that in January of 2024, the free Xbox Game Pass Ultimate benefit for permanent Microsoft employees will no longer be available. I understand that Xbox employees will still continue to keep the benefit, but the vast majority of Microsoft employees who aren't part of Xbox Microsoft Gaming will see it disappear next year. Microsoft employees will be able to purchase a discounted 12-month Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription at the company's internal store. Now, some Microsoft employees have taken to the company's internal messaging platform to voice their objections about the benefit being removed, as the employee post even prompted Xbox chief Phil Spencer to respond, noting that he wasn't aware of the changes and is looking into the situation. They reached out to the Microsoft to comment on the Game Pass removal, but the company hasn't responded in time. I will link this, however, so you guys can check it out. The removal of Microsoft's employee benefit comes months after Xbox Game Pass saw a price hike for the first time ever. Microsoft moved the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate from $14.99 a month to $16.99, alongside price increases for the Series X console in some markets outside of the US. Also launched Game Pass Core in September to replace Xbox Live Gold. Xbox chief Phil Spencer warned more than a year ago that Xbox Game Pass growth on consoles has slowed down a bit due to the fact that, it only keeps up with how many consoles they sell. With Microsoft choosing to focus more on PC Game Pass throughout 2023, Microsoft hasn't provided an updated Game Pass subscriber numbers for a little while now. But they said that Game Pass has grown to 25 million in 2022. Haven't been an update since then, even as Starfield and Forza Motorsport and plenty of other have actually dropped. But this is like a big nothing burger to me, because I'd be very interested to see if PlayStation employees or Sony employees get free PS Plus, right? Do Nintendo employees get free, Nintendo Online? Right, I think it's ridiculous that people are trying to call Microsoft out for this. It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But at the end of the day, people are looking for that negative thing to sort of latch onto, and it's just one of those things that you kind of shake your head at a little bit and say, what are they really thinking here? What are we doing here? Does it really matter? Is it really that big a deal? To be honest, it doesn't seem like a big deal at all to me. They're still going to get a huge discount, and I can remember growing up, I had jobs and different types of jobs and things like that. I think one of my first jobs was I worked at KFC. Right, I didn't get anything free from them. You know what I mean? I think you get a discount or something like that, but you didn't get anything free. And I don't think any places really do the whole free thing anymore. It's you get some kind of discount if you want to buy something there or whatever. If you work for some clothing store, you're usually not getting anything free. You get an employee discount, right? This is just how these things work. I'm not trying to cover Microsoft or make them look better. I get it, people are going to look down on this move or whatever as a cheapskate move. But if you have almost 300,000 people using Game Pass, that's quite a lot, and getting it for free or whatever. So I can understand where they're coming from with this, and think, hey, guess what? got to buy your own. You're still going to get it at a discount. I don't really see the problem, other than nowadays we truly live in an era where, you know, this kind of thing is expected from people. Like, I don't get it. Like, I I'm not that old, but it's a completely different era, in my opinion, right now for the world. It blows my mind how entitled so many people are, and it is quite shocking, to be honest with you. So when I see stuff like this, I kind of look at it and I go, it's a weird thing. But at the end of the day, I feel like Microsoft has done nothing wrong here. This is just life. It doesn't really make sense to me that people would flip out over this, to be quite honest about it. So I guess we'll see what happens. But I have a feeling that obviously this isn't going to be the only thing that people really kind of complain about. There's obviously always going to be things that people complain about and bitch about and cry about, and this is just one of those things. It's like, oh, Xbox bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand the thought process behind everything Microsoft doing, just being looked at as just like this terrible thing. But I hope that everything kind of works out for the best. We'll see what happens. Maybe Phil will reverse this decision or whatever. I'm sure that he probably can if he wanted to. We'll have to see what happens. I don't know. Phil not being aware of this makes it seem like maybe it came from some other outlet or some other thing, and we'll just have to wait. It's sort of like the whole Brazilian thing. With the price of the Series S, like that, and kind of coming up the way that it did. So we'll see what happens. I'm very interested to see how all this kind of stuff works out, and again, at the end of the day, we will see how things kind of worked out. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of you guys have some opinions on this stuff. It's just one of those weird things to me anyway, that that kind of comes out at a weird time and people are kind of complaining about it or whatever. Like I said, it never surprises me when people complain about this stuff, because a lot of people look for these types of things to complain about, right? It's like there could be a million good things that happen with Microsoft, but the second something perceived negative, even something as silly as this, people jump on it, and all of a sudden, Xbox is horrible, and they're anti-consumer, anti-friendly, anti-this. It's just, to me, it's crazy, especially with the amount of stuff going on with Sony right now, and you don't see anybody really running with any kind of negative Sony news. It's so strange to me. So strange. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Rack 'em up. I'm Crab Gamer. This has been Crab Gamer Reviews. Have a great night. Crab Gamer out.